Hey, raise your hand if you love Taylor Swift. You did? Then this video is about you, Swiftie. But I'm obviously not interested in usual Taylor Swift enjoyers, but those who will cry and literally have a mental breakdown hearing one of her songs about boys and shaking butts. And if you say that it has a lot of meaning and other artists sing about butts and no one cares, well, I don't cry when I hear Baby Got Back. So I want to thank TikTok once again, because without it I would never find out how cringy and dramatic Swifties are. I just feel like none of my words will describe it better than this video. I don't know if this video is rather funny or scary. You can see it even on her friends' faces too. What is that if not a nervous laugh? I don't know how her friends dealt with this. Well, probably gossiping about it later, but imagine everyone else who heard this, because this video was filmed outside. So every passerby should have been traumatized by this scream. Just what could be so special in this song? Sydney Night 3, Exile, also known as the song that saved my life. Did this song take her out of the burning house, or did this song donate her heart for a transplant? I just wanted to know the details, but something tells me that it's not so important. Because if a person filmed themselves crying like mad and decided to post it online, it's more like a main character syndrome than a pure genuine emotion. But who am I to judge? And I can prove it to you by just showing more videos like that. Maybe it's a very strange hobby, or is it a horrible social experiment? I have a pretty funny story about this video, because when I saw it for the first time I thought that something tragic happened to this woman and she's living through some serious trauma. So I skipped it because I am a very empathetic person and I didn't want to cry about it at the moment. But then I saw this video again and again and decided to see why everyone's talking about this video. And when I realized that this breakdown was about a song, better say Taylor Swift song, I couldn't believe my eyes. Maybe I didn't understand something. Would you cry over this? I know that a lot of millennials are about to crack up laughing, but I'm talking about sad crying. And please don't say that I am a superficial person and this music video has a lot of meaning. This time I'm prepared, and I know that the reason behind this music video being cringy is that Taylor loves to pick her nose. And by the way, I sincerely don't think period. So, I don't think that every millennial has an identical personality. I just think that a large percentage of Swifties are millennials and their lifestyle and jokes perfectly fit into loving Taylor Swift. For example, if you're in your early or mid-20s, can you imagine your proposal in front of Taylor Swift? To reassure millennials, this girl answered no. So probably no one would want it. Maybe only all other people proposing at Taylor Swift's concert? In fact, I didn't know that it was a thing, so when I saw hundreds of proposals, I wasn't ready to continue living my normal life like nothing happened. And yeah, proposals are great and I hope they have a great marriage, but are they sure Taylor Swift is the best person to associate one of your brightest highlights of your life with? As I know, Taylor had a lot of relationship drama and a lot of songs about her exes. And by now, everyone knows about Taylor's passion for traveling by private jet. All of this doesn't sound like a perfect Cupid candidate. But I'm not here to say how to live life the right way. When I drop something, I pick it up with my feet, so don't listen to my advice. Do whatever you're like. Jeffrey Dahmer. And talking about Taylor's concerts and things that I don't get, why are people even going there? I'm not offending Swifties, I just know the price they're ready to pay for a live concert. $3,000 for front tickets to hear this chick screaming the whole concert. You could have called your favorite artist at least a lady, not a screaming chick. Swifties, be honest, what made you realize that there is no better way to spend $3,000 than Taylor Swift's concert? And surprise, it's not the most expensive ticket.
Put a finger down if you bought Taylor Swift tickets for $9,159 because you wanted a really good seat. And then you slept through it.
At least for $9,000 you can have a good sleep at Taylor's concert. I'm just trying to find something good in this situation. I personally don't think that any ticket should cost this much. But guess what I found out? Even $9,000 is not a maximum price.
Well, I got tickets to 4 shows. Yeah, I try not to say that too loud, but I think I've spent maybe close to like 10 grand on like outfits, tickets, accommodation, everything. Yeah.
Actually, not a lot. My tickets altogether cost me $800.
At what point have we started to think that $800 is a normal price for a ticket? Yes, I'm trying to ignore $10,000 price. I could pay my rent for a year using this money. But would someone spend $20,000 for a ticket? I think you guessed it right. Yes, it's obviously not an official price, but some resellers. But does it change the fact that someone was buying a ticket for this price? You can buy a car using this money. You can actually buy 2 cars using this money. You can buy 125 years of PlayStation Plus premium membership. Or you could be nice and give some money to people who really need them. No, but I spent $20,000 on a concert of a billionaire Taylor Swift. I'm not considering Swifties as bad people. If it's their dream, do it. Just from my life perspective, it's some wild numbers, especially for a Taylor Swift's concert. And and I understand that seeing your favorite artist is quite emotional and might be important for someone. And for some unknown reason, Taylor Swift's live performances are #1 by crying fans. Let's say I got emotional. This moment means everything to me. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. You guys kept it together. I was on the floor crying hysterically. I did indeed end up on the floor at one point. First of all, I don't think there is something bad about yelling at a concert, especially if you paid $300 for that. And even if I say something bad about crying, my words wouldn't mean anything, cause I'm not a Swiftie. And I agree on that. But this time even Swifties were getting mad at screaming chicks. The lady in front of me told me to shut up and stop crying multiple times, but I simply couldn't control myself. I'm so sorry. If I spent that much money on a concert ticket just to have a hyena shrieking behind me, I'd be annoyed too. You won't believe it, but I'm actually on Swifties' side. Because concert is a place where you can scream, dance and cry and yell. And if you're not ready to hear human noises, you can always listen to music in your car or watch a recording of a concert. But it doesn't change the fact that Taylor's concerts make people so emotional. And I think I might find an answer to obsession with Taylor. Some people are literally raised to be a Swiftie. When you make your daughter a Swiftie from birth and we finally got to see her in her concert, you film her reaction to first glance without her knowing it. Wait for the end. I hope Taylor sees this. Fiona is a lifer Swiftie. Swiftie now sounds like a new religion. I was raised as a Christian. Oh, I am a Buddhist. My parents raised me as Swiftie from birth and I can't wait to see her. Wouldn't lie, sometimes this obsession looks like a cult. I'm not talking about people being emotional. We all went through it. And even though being raised as someone's fan is strange, I'm not talking about this. Before showing you the video, for the context, Taylor Swift had a double-decker bus with her face printed all over it as a promo to her new album Reputation. And if the Reputation bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. I would pay to get hit by a Reputation bus. Don't worry, no one would let you do it for free anyway. And don't forget to buy tickets because line is pretty long, but we'll figure something out only for $5,000. Now imagine a normal life of an average Swiftie. You were born in Taylor Swift's fans family, raised listening to her music 3 hours daily. Then you have a proposal at Taylor Swift's concert and then you raise your own kids as Swiftie fans. And finally you go away by being hit by a Reputation bus. One, no one has made a film about it yet. This could be a great utopia. If you still don't believe me that Swifties are making their own cult, how would you explain this? Why do I almost feel jealous of them? I know that it looks weird like they're doing some ritual to summon Taylor Swift, but I low-key want to dance like that too. Maybe even high-key. Like they created their own concert at the cinema. Wait, oh no, I can't believe it worked. Swifties almost got me into turning into one of them. Well, maybe they didn't and I just want to feel a true joy. But they tried to do it with numerous people. And it's actually a whole new trend. Okay, day 1 of becoming a Swiftie. Cruel Summer. I googled the lyrics to get the full effect. Becoming a Swiftie day 1. Song, Cruel Summer. Rating 8 out of 10. Favorite lyric: devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. Thoughts: definitely a summer banger. Has a deeper meaning but also catchy as hell. An analysis of a song? Can you imagine even more strange and boring way to make someone like your music taste? Am I a bad bestie or would you pretend like it's not annoying for your best friends? But funny thing, even when a non-Swiftie agrees to participate in this experiment, they have no other option than liking Taylor Swift from day 1. If they don't want to get bullied by their friends, of course. Welcome to Swiftie school. Oh I forgot about this. She isn't looking forward to this. I think this person should be glad that their friends was so nice that they knew that they wouldn't like Taylor Swift and said, oh no, I forgot or I don't have time. You better listen to it and stop being annoying. This is your format. Rank something out of 10. Favorite lyric? Thoughts? Would you add it to your playlist? Day 1, my absolute favorite song, See You in 431. Nearly 5 minutes? Yes, it's worth it, no complaining, go. Rank 5 out of 10. A 5? A bloody 5? Favorite lyric. Just because you're clean don't mean you're gonna miss it. Thoughts? Way too long and it's the source thing if gauge my vocal cords out too. Would you add it to your playlist? No. I was so annoyed. I don't like repeating myself, but girl, you need to learn how to be friends with someone. Because calling your friends annoying who agree to do something that they clearly didn't want to do is crazy. So yeah, apparently they don't want to hear your honest opinion. They want to make you a member of a cult. I mean a fan club. I have been upset with that. A 5 is harsh. Well, we will try another 1989 song another day. But so far I am disappointed and if you carry on you will upset me. I obviously joke about Swifties being a cult. But doesn't it look like a relative of those horror movies where they want you to be some certain way so they tie you to a chair to watch or listen to something? It's only a day 1, maybe this will happen in 20 days. And I said making me a Swiftie would be a job and a half. I am determined to find a song you will love. The worst thing about it is that it seems that a lot of Swifties are sadists. And now all Taylor's fans who saw this video want to torture their friends too. Not like I think her music is a torture. I just can't believe believe how annoying you should be to force your friends to write an essay about a song. Can we do this? We're doing this. I need to do this with my friends. Be careful, guys. You never know if your friend is a secret Swiftie, and if they will try to turn you into one of them. And now my favorite part, Taylor Swift fans versus Taylor Swift haters. Why I find this phenomenon super funny is that both of the sides hate each other and call each other with the same words. It's like the theory that tells that opposites are actually closer to each other than you think. Just listen. Both of these groups believe that they build their whole personality around loving or hating Taylor. Both of them think that their opponents are aggressive and toxic, which means they have a lot in common and probably should be friends. Just look, isn't it funny? Taylor Swift fans critiquing my music taste. They are literally Taylor Swift fans. Taylor Swift haters thinking they're saying something revolutionary when they say all of her music sounds the same. As if that isn't the millionth time I've heard that. Like, girl, get creative. For some reason, I agree with both of them. This conflict is too funny to choose the side. Just step aside and watch. It's like arguing which toilet paper is the best. Obviously the scent paper.
Taylor Swift, overrated or underrated?
Overrated! No! Overrated! Overrated! She's not overrated! No! I have a poster of her in my room!
Everyone listens to her. I get her like 2016 songs, but her new songs are so bad.
No!
So
Stop!
bad.
I think perfectly rated. I have Eras tickets and I am counting down the days. I'm so excited.
First of all, I have a question how such an artist as Taylor Swift could even be underrated. She's #1 by monthly listeners on Spotify, which means she has over 114.6 million of listeners monthly. This music physically can't be underrated. I don't want to be that person who every Swifties hate, but I think there are so many talented artists who deserve at least 1% of her fame, and who might have more varied and deeper songs than her. I don't want to offend anyone, and I think you obviously can listen whatever you like. But for me, personally, it just seems unfair. But on the other hand, some people like to be in a big community, and who's maybe not so into searching for their own music taste. So I really don't mind Taylor's fans, and I hope none of you are disappointed with my opinion. But I'm not so kind, so let's see how people destroy Taylor Swift's vinyl record.
Someone can break this Taylor Swift record, I'll give them $1,000, but I get to choose their breaking tool.
But the video is not as important as comments. I will read them in the order they originally were under the video. This hurts. This made my day. I passed out. Not the folklore. The exact same amount of Taylor's haters and fans is just hilarious. I think this is the most stupid conflict about music taste. Yeah, it's sad when someone doesn't like what you like, but listening to such a famous person, you should know that there are gonna be a lot of them. The only thing is left to say, don't use private jet to go to a toilet. And please, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I am a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!